Okay, had a couple questions. How I took the beanie wraps that look like this and how I made it into this here for the chrome to show through. So basically what I did is this piece here is monocoat aluminum, and then this piece here is chrome, and there's actually a joint that goes right across here, right underneath this piece of the graphic. If you notice here, there's no more white anywhere showing. It's just carbon, black, and then there's some aluminum, and then the red and white, and a little bit of yellow here. So what I did is I basically cut out all the white that's on here. So there's a piece that's gone of yellow. That is basically this piece right here. It's gone. You'll see there's a piece right here. That's this piece of yellow. It goes. Then basically I go and I cut all of this white out here with an X-Acto. And all of this white here and all of this white. And what I'm left with is this, and I'll show then how I take this really jagged piece and stick it down. So I'll clip together a few videos here. Okay, here's the graphics all cut out. You can see that there's a whole bunch of like little spikies and all this kind of stuff, which makes it pretty much impossible to try to stick down onto the monocoat. So I'll show what I did for this side, which turned out really well. A little bit of an experiment after talking to Eric at Beanie Graphics. Here are all the Here are all the little pieces that are left. Most of it's white, a little bit of yellow. I'm going to save all this stuff because I took pictures of what these graphics look like before I cut them apart. I can either add some of that detail back into the chrome if I want, or I might save some of that because there's actually some neat patterns that maybe I can add to different parts of the fuse just to give it a little bit of spice. So we'll see. I'm going to just hang on to those for now. Okay, so here's what I did to make this easy to put on. Went to the local graphics supply place, vinyl supply store. Thanks Scott for recommending this. It is a place in Mississauga. Actually forget the name of it. Sign Graphics Canada, I think. But anyways, so this is that top layer of paper, sticky top peel stuff. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it over here. Just to hold all of these pieces together. Okay, that one didn't go well. Go this way. It was smaller. Okay, do a little bit over here. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a wrinkle there, but it doesn't really matter what this top layer is like. The key is that the graphics are laid nice and flat. So now it becomes one unit again. I'll take this off, and I usually take it off in sections. So I'll take it off, I'll loosen the rest so that the edges of this backing are just peeled up or curled up so it's easy to pull once it's partly on. And I stick it down dry. And then once it's all stuck down dry, I just spray a little bit of Windex on this to kind of soak the paper, moisten the paper, and then this paper comes off super easy, and it doesn't pull the monocoat off the balsa wood. So that's step 2 once it's cut out. It took me about 30-35 minutes to cut all that out. And now it is time to do the application. I'll see if I can get that on video. Okay. Okay, next step. Next I took this piece of graphic and I've marked out the vertical fin. Basically what I did is I put it up against the rudder here, and I got it positioned so that it exactly matched the other side. And I made some marks on it. I made basically marks here where the trailing edge of the vertical fin is, and where the top of the vertical fin is, and I drew a line. I'll cut this out and I'll stick this onto the vertical fin, and then what's left I'll then go and stick on here. And if I've done this right, it should come out pretty darn exact. So anyways, we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I need to show doing a cut. Pretty basic stuff. Okay, there's my vertical fin, and it is going to go just like this, and we'll start that piece. Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll show the layup of that one, and then I'll do the actual rudder then by itself without any video. Okay, not sure how this is going to turn out in terms of video quality, but here's my graphic. It's going to go on just like this. So what I did is I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take off the backing. There's my scissors. Okay, I'm not going to take all the backing off, I'm just going to take some of the backing off here. There's a little piece here, a little nub that I got the backing off. So I do this so that if this part touches the monocoat and I have to pull it off, it's not going to pull the monocoat off the wood. Gives me a little bit of a fighting chance here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this down. And this is air release graphics as well. Really nice stuff. Okay, take this now, peel off the remainder, and just start working my way. Lo and behold, it comes out exactly at the same as the other side. So I just do that, grab my Windex. Let that soak in. There we go. First piece is on. Now basically I will do the same to this side. I will cut off this here so that it's nice, and the leading edge, so it's nice and flush and it wraps around nice. I will tape the rudder to the fin just with a little tiny piece of tape right here. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to peel off, I'm going to lift off all the backing, leave some just tacked on lightly so that nothing sticks. And I'm going to start right here at the joint of this piece. I'm going to stick it down and then I'm going to work my way out basically. And as I'm going, remove the backing off there and stick it down. I won't show this one, I mean it's no different than what I just did. It's really just, the only complication is there's a bunch of little jagged pieces here of backing, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get that done and I'll show the finished product. Okay, final little quick video to show the finished product. So the whole trick to this is lots of measurement. You can see on the leading edge here, everything here lined up really, really well. Even being out by a 64th of an inch would show quite a bit. So the key is measure, and just make sure that you measure a whole bunch of times because you only have one chance whenever it goes down. So you can see from the leading edge that everything lines up. Finished product. Next, I think I'm going to work on the fuse. I've got the sides, and then I've got a top section, and then the bottom, so I got to cover that. And there's a few decals from that Colin printed up for me for Ed's Vertigo here, so we'll get those on. Won't be a whole lot of stickers now for the rest, just a few things from Colin. And then I got to get painting when the weather's nice.